Hi everyone, Yasas que Carlos Tirteta to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a delicious open-faced sandwich. I'm calling it a cheesy chicken salad melt and I'm serving it over croissants. Let's get started. Okay, so to make the chicken salad, you're going to need 2 pounds of chicken tenders, or you can use chicken breast. I prefer the chicken tenders because, as they're called, the chicken stays very tender. So that's about 12 of them. Just go ahead and put them in a pot with lots of water, add a little bit of salt to it. Bring it to a boil and boil it until the chicken is fully cooked. That's going to take about 25-30 minutes. Then take the chicken out or drain it, whatever you want. Let it cool completely until it's cool enough to handle. Then I like to shred it and remove any of the rubbery parts and the parts that you don't want to eat. Shred the chicken and put it in a big bowl. And then just go ahead and chop up 1 roasted red pepper from the jar. If I had fresh bell peppers, those go really well too. You can add a fresh bell pepper, just go ahead and slice it up. And then I love adding these pepperoncini peppers. They add a little bit of brininess. They're tangy and they're also a little bit spicy. I started by removing the seeds and then I realized that I like the little hint of spice that they add. So I'm just gonna slice these up and add them to the chicken. Now, again, I started with just a few, and then when I tasted it, I felt like it needed more, so I went in and I added double or triple the amount. Go ahead and add as many as you like. Then we're gonna go in with some mayonnaise, about 3/4 of a cup, or as much as you like is what you're gonna put in here. Some freshly cracked black peppers. I also went ahead and thinly sliced 4 scallions, and then I washed them. I just soaked them in some water and drained them. I'm going to add these in as well. I'm not adding any salt to this because the mayonnaise usually has lots of salt. So I just will skip the salt. There's usually enough in here. If you want to at this point, you can chop up some kalamata olives and put them in here. Some jarred jalapenos are great in here too. It's up to you. Just mix everything all together. And then I also like to season this with a teaspoon of dried oregano. If you prefer fresh parsley, that goes really well in here too. Mix it all up and give it a taste, and then season it a little bit more if you think it needs it. If you want to add more pepperoncini peppers or anything else in here, now's the time to do it. But the salad is ready. Now it's time to put the melts together. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice up some croissants. I'm just gonna slice them in half lengthwise. 4 croissants is what you need for 2 pounds of chicken. But if you prefer bagels, bagels go good in here. Sliced bread. If you make my Thessaloniki bread rings, those go really well too with this. So I'm gonna leave it up to you. Then you're gonna take a generous amount of that chicken salad and spread it over the top of each croissant. And then over here I'm using cheese. So I love using fresh mozzarella for this because it's nice and mild and it doesn't take away from the flavor of the chicken salad. But cheddar goes well in this. If you want to use regular shredded mozzarella, that's fine too. Your favorite cheese will work in this, but try the fresh mozzarella. It's just so good. I like to top it with a little bit of oregano and some crushed red pepper flakes, and it's ready for the oven. These are going to bake for 9 to 10 minutes in a 350-degree oven. And then if you want to turn the broiler on for the last minute or so to get the cheese nice and melted, you could do that. You could also make these in the air fryer, 7 minutes at 350 degrees. And that's it. That's all you need to do to make this delicious sandwich that's perfect for serving at a brunch. Serve it for lunch or dinner because it's on the table in like 30 minutes from start to finish. You can't beat that. It's so good. And like I said earlier, if you don't have croissants or you don't want to make it using croissants, you can make it a little bit lighter by putting it on a bagel, or if you like to make those Greek bread rings, the koulouria Thessalonikis, those will work in this. Any good sliced bread will work in this. And I even made it the other day in a wrap using a tortilla. I've also made it in a pita. The options are endless. It's just so delicious. The idea came to me on the weekend. I was over my niece's house and she made these delicious tuna melts over everything bagels, and she made them in the air fryer. They were so good, and I thought I can recreate this because we prefer chicken salad around here over tuna salad, but you can definitely use tuna instead of the chicken to make this, and you just use the same recipe. It's time for the taste test. Wow. I cannot describe how good these are. You guys are gonna have to make these to taste it for yourself. The chicken salad is creamy. I love the pepperoncini peppers in there that add a little bit of saltiness and a little spice. The fresh mozzarella is perfect on this because it doesn't take away from any of the other flavors, but it does add that stringy pull that cheese gets like a pizza without too much saltiness. And the croissant who does not love a croissant? You guys, give me a croissant with anything and I will love it. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Head on over to the website to print it out, dimitrasdishes.com. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Gracias.